All right, guys. So just recorded just a huge 30-minute video on all the implications of the conferences realigning. So boy, oh boy, it took some brain power to try to connect those dots and everything that's going on. And for the University of Oregon right now, I mean, they're deciding, the Pac-12 right now, I mean, now that you don't have USC and UCLA, financially, it's just going to take a huge hit to the overall impact of the conference. You have Oregon, you still have Washington for now. I mean, this can change at any moment. The Arizona schools are there, Colorado. But Oregon, in terms of where the money and the competition is, it's in the Big Ten. In terms of where the Super Leagues are and the best teams, it's the Big Ten and the SEC for sure, just taking it over. So for Oregon and for Rob Mullins and everybody involved, Phil Knight, in terms of everybody involved at the University of Oregon, and listen, I've really enjoyed getting to talk to Oregon fans on this channel. For Oregon, it's going to be they're the most interesting school because NIL, the facilities of Nike, the two coaches that they have in the very prominent sports of basketball, of men's basketball and also football. You have Dana Altman, Nebraska guy from the Midwest. I love Coach Altman. He was at Creighton for a really long time. One of the kindest guys you'll meet. And he's really, Dylan Brooks was at Oregon. You had the guy Davis, I believe. You had the center Jordan Bell. So, I mean, Oregon just made Final Fours. Like, Oregon has been really good in basketball. And then, of course, you had Mario Cristobal there. Chip Kelly started it off. Of course, Chip, best coach in Oregon history from, 2005 to, 2016. No, it's not. It's 04 to 2012-13 when he went to the Eagles. I mean, Chip Kelly built that thing. Then you guys, then you had, after Kelly, you had Helfrich with Mariota, national championship team. Helfrich got cold. Then you went and hired Taggart, and then quickly landed on a really good coach in Mario Cristobal. All right, who then took Oregon, put it in a much better place, stability, Herbert, Rose Bowls, all of that. So Oregon now with Lanning, I think that this recruiting team that they have of Tosh, of Lanning, of Junior Adams, Coach Locke, Martin, Adrian Clem, it's the best coaching staff in college football. Marshall Malkow as the director of football operations. He was at Georgia and at Texas A&M. He's one of the most powerful guys in college football. So, again, I love this Oregon football team. I love the Oregon team, and I love their coaches. Dante Moore is at the Elite 11. I mean, he would be the final piece. If you get Dante Moore, I really think you can win a national championship. His leadership is unlike anything. Really a special kid. You listen to interviews, you listen to people who know him. And I mean, for a young age, he has great promise as a leader. All right. He has great potential when he gets to a college campus to take the school from here and get it to this level. He has a great ability to throw in the football as well. 6'2", really powerful lower body, can really throw the ball, just has a ton of athleticism, has a ton of explosiveness as a passer. And his arm strength is really good, but he's just really accurate, IQ, timing, all of that. Makes him just, a sensational, top 4, NFL kind of quarterback. And Oregon and Kenny Dillingham's done a great job, building a relationship with Dante. And it's looking right now like Oregon is slated to get Dante Moore, and he's at the Elite 11. So that's also news in Oregon football is Dante Moore, this Elite 11. I think that Dante is going to end up with Richard Young going to the University of Oregon, which is just an absolutely huge deal. Oregon got in late on Jonte Cook. I mean, Jonte, really really a tremendous receiver. I'm excited to watch him as a 5-star. But dynamic also personality. I mean, I've enjoyed Jonte Cook as one of the best. He creates some of the best content for fans in college football. I mean, you can watch what him and Jake Fisher do, those videos, those in-depth videos showing the recruitments, all right, of Jonte Cook when he's going to Alabama, he's going to Ole Miss. going to Texas, you can really see the facilities and you can see the coaching staffs there. All right. So Dante goes to Texas. So Texas has just had monumental weeks here with Arch Manning and things of that nature. But Oregon was involved too. So you look at Oregon now, and I believe that they are going to put a bid in for the Big Ten. I think that maybe Lanning knew about this. Maybe Mario Cristobal knew about this for a year. I think Lincoln certainly knew about it in terms of Oklahoma. So I think that these coaches have all knew about it privately for a year, for a very long time. All right? What they say publicly or privately, I believe Lanning and them all knew that they were all forming a super league going to the Big Ten. We're just finding out now. It is sad, again, that leaving the Pac-12 and everything like that, but it looks like Oregon is going to be the next team to be either recruited by the SEC or recruited by the Big Ten. I think the SEC would just be really exciting for Oregon to play in. So would you rather go to the SEC or the Big Ten? I think the SEC has still better talent in football than the Big Ten. But it's going to be just incredible to see what Washington and what Oregon do. I think Washington will end up in the Big Ten. I think Oregon, though, is right there with USC. I think they're the second most valuable entity in the Pac-12. Maybe the first most valuable entity. So they're going to end up getting tons of offers, all right, for the Big Ten and also for the SEC. And the SEC would be building their West Coast footprint to compete with the Big Ten. I think Oregon joining the SEC. I'm curious to see where you guys want to play. I think Oregon playing against Bama and playing against Georgia with Dan Lanning, with the staff, I would love it to see Oregon actually in the SEC. Because now that we're at this world and now that the Pac-12 no longer exists, I mean, could Oregon stay and make it the Pac-10? Sure, they could stay. But then other schools eventually, your University of Cal's and your Arizona States are going to leave. And Washington's going to leave, so eventually I don't see the Pac-12 surviving. So I guess you got to be proactive and look out for yourself in this crazy time, and that's why I think the SEC to the Oregon and the SEC really could make a lot of sense. But do you want to still compete with USC and UCLA, keep the continuity going? That's a great argument, though, that I see for the Big Ten. So I think either way, I think it'll be fun for the competition's sakes, but it's probably leaning Oregon right now to the Big Ten because you have USC and UCLA, and you could keep the Lincoln versus Lanning rivalry kind of rolling on. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching.